Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brian Lintz, and I'm a 44-year-old artist from Portland, Oregon. The reason for this channel is that for the first time in my life, at 44 years old, I am seeking help for my mental health. The reason for these videos is to help me catalog and go back through the things that the process I'm going through in therapy, which is new for me. But more importantly, I know as someone who has waited so long to get the mental health help that they need, that there are tons of people out there who, for whatever reason, they're scared to, or there's a stigma still attached to it, or they don't know what to expect, or what they think about it is not right or true. And I hope those people can watch these videos and maybe it will help them or inspire them to seek the mental health help that they need. So welcome. Several years ago, over 10 years ago, I took a medication that is popularly prescribed to help with smoking cessation, helping people to quit smoking. How that medication works is that it blocks the neuroreceptors in the brain that crave nicotine and replaces them. Kind of like fitting a key into a lock, and it doesn't necessarily turn the lock, but it occupies the space so that the actual key can't get in. Apparently, in some individuals, that key makes the lock change somehow. And what it did for me after only a week and a half of taking it was to exacerbate every kind of mental health issue that I'd ever experienced. Sure, my whole life, I've had some issues. I remember stresses as a child. I have some PTSD from incidents that occurred, physical abuse when I was young. Not sexual abuse, but violent physical abuse. And anxieties related around death. I remember as a kid, scared in the night, I used to go in and listen to my grandmother breathing just to make sure that she was still alive. But after I took the medication, the anxiety got to the point where it was unbearable. I was severely claustrophobic, so much so that I couldn't even wear jewelry. The anxiety and the panic attacks would come out of nowhere. I remember one time I was in a movie theater and I was watching a trailer for something, having a good time, and then just boom, I'm in it. And I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move. I was cognizantly aware of my situation, but I was unable to respond. And things progressed that way. And it led to about a 2-year period of time where I became, for the most part, non-functional. I started a business through it by pure luck and accident. And with the help of my wife and my parents, I was able to claw my way back out through that horrible period to begin and then maintain some level of functionality. And the business that I started, I'm an artist. I travel the Comic-Con circuit selling my art. I do print art based on film and television. Meeting people, getting the reaction to my work, making new friends, socializing, getting fans, people who were inspired by what I did, helped to save me. It really did. But I've maintained the struggle. I still struggle. The struggling has never stopped. It's just I've been able to, for the most part, cope with it a lot better. Just so you know, the reason why I'm on camera and looking like crap is that it's 6:20 a.m. I laid down and went to bed for maybe an hour and I was back up again with worry and depression and anxiety. And this is the cycle of my life. And it's gotten again to the point where it's becoming unmanageable. We're in a period of time right now with the quarantine. At least I'm still in quarantine. This is August, and I have been, for the most part, cut off from all human contact since the end of February, except for my wife, obviously, who I live with, and my parents, who live very close by, whom I get their groceries for them. They also help me ship my art with my art business. It's kind of a job for them, and it helps me out a great deal. So I'm over there twice a week. They're also very careful. They're quarantined too. But during this time, when we're all so isolated, and when it seems like there's no empathy or support coming from our leaders, that it's really taking a toll on all of our mental health. And I know I've felt it. So finally, my wife said to me, you can't go on this way. You can't live like this. This is no way to live your life. This is no way to live a life. You have to do something. You've talked about it and made a million excuses not to do it. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what is self-destructive about me that for whatever reason won't allow myself to get the help that I need or do positive things for myself. But that extends to my physical health even and other things. I still smoke. I overeat. I don't take care of myself. I don't exercise. Motivation, like if I have my business or a project, I'm like super hyper focused and I can accomplish unbelievable things. Yet I can't seem to get up the energy to get up and go out to the kitchen and make a sandwich, or to throw a load of laundry in, or to change the bedding in my chinchilla's cage. Like I just can't seem to do those things for whatever reason. So I made a call and I found a local mental health facility that had an opening with the doctor, telehealth visits. And I'm now 3 visits in. I have recorded this video a few times before the visit started. And of course, with anybody who's, got anxiety, there were a million reasons why the video wasn't good enough. As an artist, there's always that idea of like, oh, everything's got to be perfect. The video quality's got to be perfect. The audio, everything's got to look right. Screw it. I'm 44 years old and I'm a wreck. So it's not going to be perfect, and it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be. What it has to be is honest, and what it has to do is to hopefully start a conversation. There's going to be people who come to this channel who know me in my professional life as an artist. People who come to see me at conventions, friends, fans, that are hearing a lot of this for the first time, seeing this for the first time. Because when I'm at shows, I'm a completely different person. I'm on beat, blah, blah, blah. I'm always genuine. I'm always honest, but I geek out over the things that I sell too. Like I love The Walking Dead, and I love Star Wars and Star Trek and Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones. Like I can talk about all those shows and all those movies. And there's going to be people who stumble across this who don't know who the hell I am, and that's cool too, and welcome. I also stream on Twitch, so maybe there's going to be people that come over here that are used to seeing me on Twitch, having a good time playing video games. But this has to be done. After the first 3 visits of this therapy with this doctor, I have learned one thing, and that there is so much more than I realized. We've gotten to the point now, through him asking questions and me giving answers to the best of my ability, what I describe, what I go through on a daily basis, how often these things happen, how long they last. What we've come to ascertain so far is that I don't just have general anxiety. I have this crippling fear of not only death, but non-existence after death. They call ontological anxiety or existential anxiety. But it's not just that. I also have severe memory loss, like whole chunks and periods of my life that are gone to me. I have a lot of different issues. It's a laundry list, and I didn't realize it until we started going through it. And so what the doctor told me is that I suffer from more than general anxiety. I have some other form of mental illness yet to be determined. And that's going to be a continued conversation moving forward, obviously. And then hopefully once we find a diagnosis, whether it's a chemical imbalance or problem, or whether it is just purely psychological, that we can set a course for, I don't know if you want to say recovery, maybe management. I don't know how healing works with mental health. I don't know if it's like cancer where, you get the chemo, you go through them, and then God willing, the cancer's gone. Or you're in remission, maybe you can come back. Or if it's like, being an alcoholic, where you may not be currently drinking, but you're always an alcoholic. The disease always exists. I don't know how that works with mental health. And maybe it's different from illness to illness or symptom to symptom. I don't know. That's something that I'm going to be learning and experiencing and trying to figure out. So anyway, this video is just simply a basis of introduction. I'm Brian, and I need help, as a lot of us do. I hope all of you who may see this, who are feeling in any way that this makes sense to them or sounds like them, reach out. Reach out in the comments, email me, message me, whatever, that's fine. Reach out to somebody, try to get some help. Or if you are just feeling fine, reach out to somebody who isn't. Check on a family member or friend. These are tough times we're going through. I'm going to end it now, the video. I have an appointment in 2 days, and I'm going to post back a video after that to see where we're at in the process. I hate to use the word journey because every TV show, I'm on a journey. This is the first step of a journey. It's a long journey. Okay, yeah, it's a journey, right? Whatever it is. This process, this is the beginning. So this is where we start. I'll be back with more videos. Thanks for your time and attention. I appreciate you. Hopefully I get to know some of you. I hope to help somebody. I hope to help myself. Until next time.